Coming to the track, Miss Lady Dabs.
Hey, you. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I am here to record our Thursday night um, session on Dab's Road to Glory. As you know, I have been focusing on the Breeders' Cup and understanding the Breeders' Cup and what the Breeders' Cup has to offer. And I am just wanting to come here and say that I have redone that. I'm redoing this is episode one again. And the reason why episode one is being redone is because of the fact that I didn't really like the way the first one was done. There were a lot of technical difficulties, so I wanted to come back on and redo it. So this is going to be version 2.0. So no, it's not a mistake. I did it intentionally because I wanted to bring in a different um, feel to the episodes that I'm trying to um, provide and make it a little bit smoother and a little bit more enjoyable. I get that it's the first time, but still, I just wanted to do it again anyway. So, with that being said, let's keep going. So, this is like I said, the Dab's Road to Glory. This is the episode one, version two, the Road to the Breeders' Cup. Uh, if you're new here, uh, welcome. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you joining me. Um, and if you're anything like me, you might have been hearing about the Breeders' Cup for a long time, but did not know what it was or what it stood for, to understand um, the purpose and the prestige that went along with it. But hopefully, by the time you get to the end of this video, you'll have had gained some knowledge of what the Breeders' Cup is and why it's important, and actually why you should really follow it and watch it as a fan. So, today's topics I'm going to be covering what the Breeders' Cup is, why it was created, why it's called the World's Championship, when it takes place, why fans love it, a bit of trivia, not too much, because these videos are not going to run very long. And then we're going to take a look at the next episode, what the next episode topics are going to be. So, what is the Breeders' Cup? The Breeders' Cup is the championship um, award that is given to the best horse around the world. It's like the football of Breeders' Cup, the Super Bowl. It's like the Super Bowl of the Breeders' Cup, and it gives you the accolade of saying, "Hey, I've got the best horse in the world." And this event takes place every year, and it's one of the most important races outside of the Kentucky Derby. The biggest difference is the Kentucky Derby is more national, whereas the Breeders' Cup is more international because it does focus on the horses around the world. And I do talk about that a little bit later. So, anyway, why was it created? Because it was created in 1984, because at the time before that, they did not have an event in where the top horses could get into a race and compete against one another to see who the best of the best was. So in 1984, they decided that they were going to do this and bring all of the top horses together. And it not only includes the horses, I'm leaving out the jockeys and the owners and the trainers and everyone else behind the scenes that participate in this event. Um, I know that it's about the horses, but it's also about the prestige of, who is the breeder, trainer, jockey of that horse that wins. So it's a really big deal. Why is it called the World's Championships? It's because it's not, like I said earlier, it's not only in the United States, but it's around the world. It's in countries like England and France and Australia, and I named a few here, but there are others that also participate in the Breeders' Cup as well. How many races do they have? I want to say over the course of 2 days, and this year it will be October 30th and 31st. They're going to be, I want to say, 7 Breeders' Cup races. I don't know off the top of my head right now because that's something we talk about later on, and I don't want to overwhelm in the first video. So I'm trying to keep it minimal information as possible, just to cover the bases. But I will tell you that the races are about the track, the the surface, whether it's going to be on a dirt or a turf, which is grass, or a synthetic, which is, I don't know, blend of something, or they call it all weather track. It's going to be based on the age of the horse, the gender, and the distance. So there's going to be a lot of factors involved in the type of races that are going to be included. So that's something to look out for. Fun fact. Did you know that since 1984, there have been hundreds of millions of dollars awarded to the Breeders' Cup winners? Now, I don't know the exact number. Like I said, was just episode 1. So I will be covering all this in later episodes, but I just wanted to kind of give you something to go, really? Wow. Or better yet, wow, that's a lot of money to be putting out for a race or several races. But yeah, just to let you know. So there's that. The horse I am spotlighting today is Zenyatta. And the reason why I chose Zenyatta to talk about is because Zenyatta is the only filly, not filly, I'm sorry, mare. Although she might have been a filly when she started. I'm not really, man, that's a good question. I'm not really sure about that. But she is the only mare who has raced in the Breeders' Cup Classic, which is usually top male horses, and beat them. She finished her career with an incredible 19 wins and 20 straight starts, and she earned $7.3 million. She was named the top horse of the year in 2010 and has been inducted into the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame, which I didn't know that was a thing. But I felt that she was worth starting off talking about because of the incredible accolades that she had acquired during her time. Um, Actually, her one defeat made her even more legendary. Uh, I'm going to read this verbatim so I don't leave anything out. Zenyatta entered the 2010 Breeders' Cup Classic trying to finish a perfect 20 for 20. After falling behind early, she launched an incredible rally, but lost only by a head to Blame. We will be talking about Blame later. Even in defeat, her effort was so remarkable that she was voted the 2010 Horse of the Year. So I had to talk about Zenyatta, and you can hopefully understand the reason why I started with that particular horse. Now, um, next, trivia time. Trivia question. Uh, how many days is the Breeders' Cup usually held? I mentioned it earlier, and it's just a quick trivia. Of course, I didn't do what the slide didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it's 2 days, and like I said, it's the 30th and 31st of October. So just to let you know that. So we've come to the end. Like I said, these are very quick. They're not going to be very long at all. The key takeaways is we've learned about the Breeders' Cup Championship briefly. We briefly covered it. It brings the best horses from around the world together to compete to see which one is going to be crowned the best of the best. Um, it gives the horse a legacy forever, but not only that, I keep saying the horse, but not only the horse, but the trainer, the jockey, and the owners also get that same legacy. And I believe it's a perfect event for beginners because it kind of brings all of it together. You see your top horses, you see the types of races that they compete in because the races are different. So you get to see the different kinds of races, the different kind of classes, the different types of personalities. I mean, it all comes together in the Breeders' Cup. So I do believe that it's a sport it's an event that beginners should at least watch because you'll get a better understanding. And I'm saying that like I know because I really don't know because I've never seen the Breeders' Cup race before. I've seen snippets of it, but I still didn't understand what the Breeders' Cup represented. So this time I'm going to be fully invested and hopefully be able to give a lot more information than what I have so far. Next week, how horses qualify for the Breeders' Cup. I will be talking about what the win it and you're in it means, how you become automatically qualified, international invitations, and why is qualifying so competitive. So until next week, I want to say thank you for joining me today. It is always nice to be able to share information that I've gathered with somebody who might be interested or may not. I don't know. But I feel that because this sport is such a beautiful sport, I started into horse racing because of my mom. She was an avid better every Friday and Saturday for over 50 years. And she taught me quite a bit, but I didn't listen to all of it. So a lot of the knowledge I'm learning as I go along. But I have to say that it is one of the most amazing sports out there. And if I can at least get one person interested, I feel like I've accomplished something just having that one person. And I know horse racing is all about the betting. I get that. But I just feel like it's so much more to learn than just the betting. It's about the the industry itself. It's about the ups and the downs of the industry. You know, it's about the race, it's about the fans, it's about the owners, trainers, jockeys. As you go along, you get to know the jockeys, which is why I can't watch the races now because I'm so afraid. I've gotten to know who the jockeys are, and I'm so afraid they're going to fall off the horse, and I'm going to be sitting there watching them. I can't do that. So I do look, and I look away, and I peek. I kind of peek. I kind of peek until I feel I'm okay. Okay, they're going to make it across that line. Um, but you know, to me, that's the thrill of it. It's rooting for your favorite jockey or your favorite horse or your favorite trainer, whatever it is. I find it fascinating. Um, and the other thing I want to say before I close out is I am actually only focusing on thoroughbred racing. I know there are all different types of racing that is going on, quarter horses, uh, harness racing, trotter, steeple, but I'm just focusing on thoroughbred because that's the type of race I like and it's very comfortable for me. Now, maybe once I get to the point where I've kind of told all that I want to talk about as far as breeders or thoroughbred racing is concerned, I might switch, but I'm not really sure because I'm very comfortable in the thoroughbred world. And um, when I'm ready to get out of my comfort zone, I will indeed let you know. But anyway, that's all I have. I hope you have a great evening and I hope you enjoyed the little bit of knowledge that I'm trying to share. And do me a favor, like, subscribe, or share this channel with someone else who you think might be interested in learning more about horse racing. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be doing this for at least for the Breeders' Cup until we get to Breeders' Cup Day. So I'm on every week, and also I record live every Saturday. I record all of the stake races. I talk about them. I go through them. I tell you my picks. I will say I am not an expert in any way on handicapping. I just sit back and say what I think might come in. So I don't expect anyone to take my picks with a grain of salt because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to have fun. I will talk about what I think might be picked, but I do not expect anybody to take me seriously and try to follow whatever I'm trying to do because again, I'm not the expert. But anyway, I have talked long enough. I think it is time for me to end this video, and I wish you all the best. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday if you want to join me. Until then, happy racing. Bye.